There's a silent pattern that separates the rich from the poor. And it's not just in the bank account, it's in the small decisions. Yes, those almost invisible choices you make every single day without even thinking. Millionaires weren't born knowing what to do. They learned something that most people don't want to admit. Wealth is built in the small, often boring decisions made consistently over time. And the most surprising part? You can make those same choices, starting today. In this video, you're going to discover 5 simple decisions that rich people make every day, and poor people ignore completely. Some of them might sound obvious, until you realize almost no one actually practices them. So grab your coffee, get a notebook, and stay focused. Because this might be the beginning of your turning point. Decision 1. Treating their time like money, and that's not a metaphor. For the rich, time is the most valuable asset in existence. Poor people trade time for money. Rich people trade money to protect their time. That's why they delegate low-value tasks, outsource what doesn't require their direct attention, and avoid spending energy on pointless decisions. Meanwhile, most people waste time comparing prices for things they shouldn't even buy, arguing with toxic people, or trying to please those who don't value them. The difference is this: poor people spend time. Rich people invest time. Decision 2. Prioritizing the long-term over short-term pleasure. This is one of the hardest and most powerful choices anyone can make. That weekend trip or fancy dinner? The rich often say no, and instead, put that money into books, courses, or investments. It's not that they don't enjoy life, it's that they understand delayed gratification is the path to freedom. It's the classic mindset. The rich live like the poor for a while so they can live like the rich forever. The poor live like the rich for a while and pay the price forever. This long-term thinking goes beyond money. It shows up when they choose to learn instead of scroll, build instead of consume, focus instead of distract. The results don't come instantly, but they compound massively over time. Decision 3. Acting with intention. Most people wake up and react to life. Rich people wake up and create it. They don't just let the day happen. They plan it, direct it, and filter every action through their goals. Even if they don't have a business yet, they think like CEOs. They say no to anything that doesn't move them forward. Poor people try to please everyone. Rich people prioritize the future version of themselves. Living with intention means you're no longer a spectator. You become the author of your life. And that changes everything. Decision 4. Surrounding themselves with people who think bigger. This is more than networking. It's mental reprogramming. You become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If those people complain, play the victim, and criticize success, you'll start to feel guilty for wanting more. But when you surround yourself with people who talk about growth, ideas, goals, and action, you naturally rise to their level. The rich choose environments that stretch their minds. The poor stay in circles that normalize struggle and blame. If you want to change your life, start by changing the voices around you. And decision number 5. Taking 100% responsibility for their results. The rich don't blame the economy, the boss, the government, or their past. They look in the mirror and say, "This is on me. I created this. I can change it." That mindset is a superpower, because as long as you're waiting for the world to change, you're stuck. Poor people feel like victims of circumstances. Rich people feel like creators of their reality. This shift, from blaming to owning, is where transformation begins. These 5 decisions aren't flashy, they won't go viral on social media, but they work. And most people will ignore them. Some will say they already know this, but they'll never act. Only a few will truly absorb this message, and they'll start seeing the world through different eyes. It's not about luck, it's about awareness. It's about choosing the uncomfortable now for the unshakable later. The truth is, the difference between people living their dream lives and people who are stuck watching them is made in these micro decisions. Every millionaire started with a choice no one saw: a yes to the future, a no to temporary comfort. Now it's your turn. What do you choose, starting today?